Welcome to the Heat 16's Hip-Hop for the Homeless. More than 600,000 Americans are homeless on a given night. Nearly a quarter are children, and a third were living in unsheltered places like parks, cars, or abandoned buildings. Some states actually saw huge increases in the amount of homeless people. 5 states in particular: California, Florida, Massachusetts, New York, and Texas. In the past year, the number of homeless children in Massachusetts is at an all-time high. Since 2007, Massachusetts, Missouri, New York, and Washington, D.C. have seen increases of more than 20% of the population homeless.
Yeah. Heat 16 for the homeless. We trying to raise awareness, make the world a better place. You ready? Don't judge the man in the street. Judge yourself by the way that you treat them, cause you never know the reason. A lot of veterans went overseas and could've died for your freedom. Thank God they made it back, but them mistreated by the same system that needed them. Man, that's whack. What a welcome back. And the fact is, children still run from abuse, and people ain't bad people just because they use. Wouldn't judge another man till you walk a mile in his shoes. Who in the hell do you think you are? I'm better than no man unless you specifically talking about flowing, and yes, I'm a star.
Close your eyes, count to 10.
Every year, 1.5 million children go homeless. And we walk by the homeless like it's nothing. What's wrong with us? Imagine living out in the cold, weatherman predicting snow, 15 degrees, wind chill 20 below, and you ain't got nowhere to go. Been about a month or so since a roof over your head, been about 3 since you slept in a bed. Can't remember the last time you had a home-cooked meal. Asking for change, hopefully spark a change, you're starting to feel like you can get back on the right path. But whenever you ask for change, people look with disgust and they just laugh. You ask politely and say it's to feed your fam. They say it's for some booze, it's for you to get jammed. Now you don't understand, you're just trying to be better, and people think you're panhandling for drugs and some booze, not knowing you really just want some clothes and some food. Now really, why are we all this rude? Step back and put yourself up in them shoes. Now really, why are we all this rude? Help the homeless.
Bunch of thugs in my hallways with 4-4s, neighbors through their peephole, they witness the raw on these ill blocks. You never know if God come today to get you. Loud shots penetrate the hood, ain't got no name can hit you. See cops, drama, single baby mamas, felons pushing their limits. They living life deadly, next trip's a decade. Consequences, project benches sipping that evil juice. Dreams seem unreachable. Bill Withers, I'm bumping lean on me, leaning on the Lord, cause I'm caught up by the scenery. The struggle real, missing meals, we hustle still. Sleepy behind the wheel, working hours while they sleeping. I gotta reach it, setting goals, no letting go. These streets contagious, weapons low, they letting go. My faith in Jesus, rooted down and booted down. This war spiritual, get in touch, the time is now, yeah.
VI. I wanted change, so I had to change my mind, cause it was just the ignorance that had a nigga blind. I looked to the sky, I really had to open my eyes and realize just all the problems that lie deep in the heart of my mind. Tell me, are you as guilty as I of ignoring that man standing on the road holding signs? Do you stop or do you pass by? And I ain't even gonna lie, I don't even bat an eye, but that was my old train of thought, of feeling like fuck 'em. I pull the weed and move along, but as a man I matured. The same marijuana opened my mind, expanding my thoughts. I understand the need for more. Have feelings of broken dreams with no keys and locking the doors. Them schemes of robbing stores, lost hope from being poor, and every day becomes a war. And I feel for you.
Sir, excuse me, could you please spare a quarter or two? It's been about 2 days since I had a bite to eat, I swear that it's true. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I lost my house to a foreclosure, and my lady met a doctor and quickly fell out of love with me. And every time I start to think about our family, the home we had, our child, and the happy times that he gave to me, it's that feeling alone that kinda keeps me warm for a minute, and then again I begin to realize that they have this great life and I'm not even in it. Instead, I'm out here and I'm begging on the street for just a little bit of change or a piece of bread so I can finally eat. And nobody wants to give me a job, especially when there's 50 other applicants and more than half of them own their own car. But all of them own at least another change of clothes, a toothbrush, something to shave with, and a warm bed inside of a home. Now how am I supposed to compete with that? I'm homeless, I'm hopeless, can't cope with this depression and these panic attacks.
All I got.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
That's all right.
Thank you.
That's all right. You can take that.
Thank you so much.
It's like a nightmare, how I walk this road. Everyday survival of life, hear my story unfold. There was a war, thought that I fought to finally free, but here I am, just as poor as those I pried from the streets. Alcoholic supplements soothe my cries in my sleep. All I wanted was to do good and then rise from these streets. Looks like my karma caught up with me to be a goner, a ghost amongst the most powerful nation. Who'd have thought if we who fought for our rights, our plight would speak louder. Instead we get lines of soup kitchens, starving for the chowder. Probably why I lost so many to the powderers, cut pipe dreams, suicidal thoughts around the hour. I look back at all of the pain that it caused, realizing my redemption can't be found inside the man that I was. So I keep my faith in the law, my God conscious evolved, replace my heart with love to find the man that I lost. Whoa.
Feels like reality's a really harsh dream. A social outcast, now I'm fresh and not clean. My face full of dirt, my stain on my shirt. No food for days, so my hunger pains hurt. Wealthy men are petty when I beg for a penny. I'm psychologically scarred, full of self-pity. Walk through the inner city, seeking out a shelter. Tears turn to icicles, freezing in the winter. Had a better life, but I made some wrong choices. Hard to remember things, hear loud voices. Got disabilities that never got treated, but no insurance for the medicine I needed. Pain never healed, body hasn't aged well. Scared of a mirror, looking strange to myself. Pray the Lord helps cure the aches in my bones. Take me on to a place I could call home.
It saddens me and maddens me the tragedy that had us see poor kids enlisting more bids on foreign shores for morbid wars for corporate whores. Yet that when veterans return from tours, they post dramatic. With so many close loved ones turn to ghost and addictive minds, some become addicts in time, binge on syringe, pills or the wine that kill over time. So most come close to overdose and a habit they find to escape. Others in the unemployment line, mothers and fathers underemployed part-time can relate. With no food on the plate, the irony, they used to be the fuel for the state. Now they stuck in a state with no cent for no rent, so mortgage is late. Eventually forced to vacate, greet fate of those who roam with no home in this modern day Rome or Babylon. Did you know that 40% of the homeless on the city streets we travel on are wartime vets? Unless you forget, vets are only 1% of the nation's population. So you do the math, estimate your calculation, and see nearly all fall victim to the prison of corporate capitalism.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the C16. Please donate to your local food bank or thrift shop. They're looking for food, clothing, money, anything helps. Everything is appreciated. Thank you for watching this again, and God bless.